The last few weeks of my life have really sent me on a soul search, or should I say soul food searching journey. I ate so many lunch specials from Boston Fish Supreme, I felt like I needed to rededicate myself. It was obvious I had temporarily given my life to Philly cheesesteaks, gluttony, and chicken wings. I needed a detox, I needed to be set free from the temptations of them Boston Philly cheesesteaks, and delivered from all sweet and mild chicken wings. Woo! Help me! I just needed to get away. So that's exactly what I did. Well, at least I thought I did. My family and I packed our bags, jumped on a tour bus with the church family, and ended up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The hotel was nice and cozy. They had a swimming pool, and they even had an exercise room downstairs. Now I've had a gym membership for years, but I haven't even exercised my right to see if my gym key even works. So this could be a fresh start. Before we went out, I met up with my cousin Dooley. Now cousin Dooley knows all the best food spots. He's always got somewhere new for us to try. He pulls out his phone, and the first thing I see is a Philly cheesesteak. I ignored it and tried to change the subject, and said, do you know a good place where I can find some pancakes? He kept showing me cheesesteaks, so I asked again, do you know where I can get some pancakes? He thought for a second and said, City Cafe. Then he looked at me and said, you must not be a beef eater. I knew right then this journey was about to be good, and long later we took a stroll downtown. I felt proud of myself, because it's been a whole 2 hours and 22 minutes, and I haven't even thought about a Philly cheesesteak or a chicken wing. But for some odd reason I had a sudden craving for pancakes. I don't know why, but I got a taste for pancakes. And I don't know about y'all, but I like them big, fluffy, thick pancakes, with the butter melting on top and syrup running down the side. By the time we made it to City Cafe, I had decided I was sticking to a low-carb meal plan, and maybe adding a pancake or 2 or 3. As soon as we walked in, I knew the low-carb thing wasn't gonna work. The first thing I noticed was a big glass case full of cakes, every kind of cake. I'm talking about chocolate cake, red cake, green cake, pink cake, slimy red sauce cake, carrot cake with little nuts on it, cheesecake, cookie cake. But my question is, where the pancake? I'm standing there telling myself, stay focused now. I went from a low-carb plan to saying 100 more carbs can't be that bad. I mean, I did walk to the restaurant, that's gotta count for something. I know I burned off at least 4 pancakes worth of calories, looking at everybody else's plates. I knew this low-carb plan wasn't gonna end well for me. Besides, I can always start over tomorrow. So me and my wife are browsing the menu when she looks at me and says, you know they got Philly cheesesteaks. I didn't fall for the bait, but I wasn't playing about them pancakes. So I asked the server, how thick is the pancake? She held her fingers apart and said, about this thick. That was only half the thick I was looking for. So I said, let me get 10 pancakes. I knew I went a little too far when my wife started throwing them bowls. She frowned and hit me with the elbow. Bam! Ow, bam! So I said, alright, just do one. Now I done got mad because I done had to reduce my order, but I already had a backup plan. I ordered a bacon cheeseburger because I've been doing this long enough to know these diet plans don't really be working anyway. When the food came, I didn't know what to do first. Burger, pancake, burger, pancake. Finally I decided to save the best for last. Then my son sat down and started plate checking everybody. I hear him ask, whose pancake is this? I ignored him, then he asked again, whose pancake is this? I looked him dead in the eyes and said, it's mine. Then I felt bad and said, man, go ahead. I thought he was gonna say, no dad, you can enjoy your pancake. But boy, was I wrong. He tore into that pancake faster than I had planned to. Every bite he took, my anxiety went up. I was furious, I even thought about making him pay for the dinner bill, but I had a better idea. When we got back to the hotel, we paid a visit to the exercise room. From the moment we walked in, I worked that boy like never before. From dumbbells to sit-ups to the treadmill, I made him run a mile for every bite he took. from that pancake. That ought to teach him, but even after all that, I still didn't feel any better. I couldn't sleep. Around 4 a.m., I'm looking at pancake pictures on my phone. Finally, I Googled pancakes near me. I couldn't believe it. 0.2 miles away. Ooh, it's on. I tiptoed out of the bed and made sure everybody was sound asleep. I took off on foot. I ran the whole way. I ran till my back got tight, but I retrieved the goods, and just as I got the pancakes out,